Alright lads, so version 13.8 is finally here, and while it didn't bring a lot of things, it did bring two pretty good updates that we'll definitely appreciate, and it is in the game right now after a 12-hour long maintenance. Not really sure why it was that long, but at the very least, this update hasn't brought any massive bugs that the last couple of updates have actually brought. With that said, let's jump into the video breaking down everything that did get updated this morning with version 13.8. So the first change that we have seen is the Streamlined Guild Quest team creation. So what you see here is that you have two teams now actually. It's really cool that they separated the difficulties, because the hard difficulty of Guild Quest and the normal difficulty of Guild Quest have different metas for the most part. While it's true you can bring a triple SP team for the hard difficulty, let's be honest, you can only really do that if you have like a triple max transcended team or T20. Normally, for most people out there, you're going to bring an SP character as your main character and then two NAD side lane characters. So the meta is really different compared to the normal and hard difficulty. So I kind of like that. And just make sure when you are setting up your team, you're not doing on the normal difficulty, because I did that and ended up wasting my time. But the great thing about this too is that once you do set up your team, the next time this guild quest does come back, you can just press the clearance history and recall that exact team. Really nice update, especially for those that don't keep a track of the teams they have been using in the past. And of course, in addition to that, we do have the new set of rules and the guild quest resetting twice a week, the new set of rewards that should be getting implemented on the 27th. So the new updates and stuff like that isn't entirely here just yet for guild quest. We still have a couple of days for that, but at the very least, we do have the new Streamlined Guild Quest team creation. The next thing that was changed is the adjustments to the pack screen. So now there is two separations. There's now the character pack screen, and then there's just the normal pack screen. This just makes it more organized. This isn't really anything too big of a deal, but I do want to point out one thing, is that the character packs that you could only buy once per account, you can now buy multiple times, starting with the new set of re-released character packs. In this case, it's going to be the Valentines of like 2016. It's a very old character selection, but if you don't have them, then sure, you can pick them up. And the great thing about this, kind of, is that you can now buy them multiple times, which is just, it's better than just having it once, because I can actually see myself buying a character pack more than once. Sure, it's not really worth the money, but if you are someone that really wants to get a character 5-5 and they're a really old character, now you can potentially buy them 2 to 3, 4, 5 times if you really want to. I can definitely see myself doing this for 1,000 Year Battle Round 1 if they do get a character pack when they do get resurrected. Hopefully sometime this year, and if they do, I can definitely see myself picking up Toshiro 3 to 4 times if I need to get in 5-5. So yeah, just a little small upgrade, I guess, to the packs that you can now buy them multiple times. Again, for most players out there, this isn't really too big of a deal, but for those that do support the game by spending money, then this is definitely just a small little upgrade. It's cool to know, I guess. The next and best thing from this entire update is the Streamlined Accessory second effect rolling. So what you can do now is use multiple editing brushes to potentially reroll the trait that you want for your secondary effect. This right here is going to save yourself a lot of time. I can't even imagine, and I don't even want to know, the amount of time that I spent in the last 6 years rerolling my secondary effects one go at a time. Now you can set up to 100 editing brushes in one go, set the second trait that you want to go for, and it will roll until you get the particular trait. In this case, I set 100 editing brushes to roll 30% attack, and I got that within 43 rolls, so I saved myself 57 edit brushes. I got them back, and overall, this took me less than a minute. This is a really great update. Although I do want to emphasize one thing, make sure when you are re-rolling your secondary effect, let's say hypothetically you do use 100 edit brushes and you do not get the trait that you want, make sure the next time you do it, you always set what trait you're going for, because I, unfortunately, spent 100 editing brushes and re-rolled 30 SP 5 times and potentially waste like 70 editing brushes because I didn't set the trait I wanted to go for. So do keep that in mind. And another great thing they do mention when you are re-rolling your secondary effect is if you go for a trait, let's say 20% SP, and you set for 20 brushes, if in those 20 brushes you don't get 20 SP but instead 30 SP, then it will actually stop it and tell you, okay, you use this many brushes and you got a trait higher than you actually went for. So for any new players out there, going for 20 SP, 20 attack isn't really a bad thing to do. I'd actually recommend going for that in the off chance that you maybe get that before getting 30%. Because you can waste a lot of brushes trying to go for 30 SP or 30 attack. Just go for 20 if you're a new player and call it a day. Maybe later on when you start getting a lot of editing brushes by playing extreme co-op, or if you already have a lot of editing brushes, then maybe you go for 30 SP, 30 attack. 20% is not too bad. After that, we got a data download improvement, so a portion of the master data has been optimized to reduce the volume of download when updating the game data. Again, nothing too big here, but I guess it's appreciated, will save us a bit of time, I guess? Maybe? I guess? Yes? And then lastly, they fixed an issue where closing a pop-up in a co-op quest would then dim the Android and Steam version screen. I haven't really experienced this, but I guess it's nice to see it be fixed. So overall, a pretty good update in my opinion. Version 13.8 didn't bring anything too massive, but it did bring two pretty good updates. The Streamlined Guild Quest team creation and also the Streamlined Accessory rerolling, which is something that we've been asking for the last like 5 or so years. So this is definitely a great update, even though it is a small one. At the same time too, do keep in mind starting on the 27th, we're also going to have the Guild Quest update with a new set of rules, new set of killers to go against, and also and hopefully a good set of new rewards. Now, I don't know what they could actually do, but if they make an improvement, then it's going to be a pretty good update. So we have to wait and see exactly what the Guild Quest change is going to play out in a week's time, but I'm excited for it nonetheless. Anyway, that was the video for today. Hope you guys did enjoy it, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.